folks, and we've got a firm, an old favourite, Return to the Fold, and quite a lot in there to take a look at in down view. So let's take it from there, and oh, excuse me, now we shall take a gander at what's going on down below. Well, that sounded so wrong. See you in the down view.
A few moments later.
Okay, as you know, I'm very much enamoured of this Sekonda One, and what we have here is the analogue version. Now the only noise is it's missing the keeper. And I was expecting this to have a Miyota 2115 in there, and it's not. It's a gold-plated movement. But like this actually feels heavier than this. Right. Nice and solid. Like I mean, it's a proper piece of metal on your arm. Look at that. Sekonda One. Absolutely. There you see the keeper's missing. But I might have a keeper for this from another old watch. So, thought I'd show that one off quickly, like, because obviously it's quite an unusual watch. Let's get the two that have been brought out of the naughty box. The third in this particular design of Soviet Sekonda. This is the best condition one. As you can see, it's got a flawless crystal. It's keeping beautiful time. This has been in the naughty box like for absolute months. In fact, it might even have been last year that I put it into the naughty box because it was really playing me up. There you go. How about that? That's an excellent, good, honest Soviet watch that does the business. Like it really does. I haven't set the date on it, because I'll let it wind down and put it back into like one of the big boxes. But I'm pleased with that because that is the best condition one. It's not the only Soviet that we've got a surprise with. Da, da, da. She's back. It's the meaty beaty, big and bouncy Slava tank. Automatic. Telling perfect time. I mean, absolutely. I mean, on the time graph of on the Sekonda and this, the time loss is something like, what's it? It's 20 seconds a day. There we go. Now we even straightened out. Well, it's not quite perfect, but it's much better now. There you go. I haven't taken this off the last 3 days. And this is what you call a tank watch. This is like a Soviet geezer's watch. Like this is what you'd like wear if you wanted to be a geezer. Truck drivers wear this, like, you know. Soldiers. I mean, the black versions of these, like with the jet black dial, like they were actually very popular with Soviet tankmen, like, you know, who were like working with like the Soviet heavy armour. I mean, that's an excellent daily wearer. That really is. But there's more. Oh yeah, there's more. What else have we got to show? Oh, yes. you saw one of these in the other video on Pole Jot Olympic. 4 stitched leather 18mm straps, high quality cushion. Missing, they don't have spring bars in. Got a nice pleasing buckle. I bought 4 of those for £7.50 for the lot. This came from a retired jeweller's. He was just clearing out his shelves, so I'm very pleased with that. What do we have here? Right. I showcased these a while back, but they weren't working. But yeah, you ever heard of like big cook, little cook? Oh. Here's Big Ben Sherman, Little Ben Sherman. I basically tore down the left-hand one's movement because it just wasn't making connections. Now that is working perfectly, and the one on the right, that had a loose connection on the battery, so I had to bend around a little tang. And now that one was working. Now I paid a couple of quid for both of these. Nice solid stainless steel bracelets. Now this one had a slightly small bracelet on it, like, but they didn't give me the spare links. I mean, you know, who's going to kick off about spare links on a, like, you know, a couple of quid set of watches? Here we go, there's the big one. That's meaty, beaty, big and bouncy all day long, that is. It's got a lovely fitted bracelet. I'm quite happy with that. Signed Kiba. Fortunately not a signed crown, but Ben Sherman is an acceptable mod, skinhead, like scooter boy sort of brand. Is a bit diminutive on the old bracelet, but when I find, you know, I buy odds and sods, like, you know, and sometimes you find the actual link that you need, and then I can put it back together. And here comes the other one. This again has a signed keeper, as you can see. Right. Got a bit of muck on it. Quite a bit of muck on it, and it needs a clean. It's not, as remiss of me not to have done that. This one's a bit tight. I must have put some weight on or adjust that. You know, I mean, if I want a small dressy watch, then there it is. I mean, as this is in perfect condition and everything, like, you know, this may end up coming. I may, if I can find a new link for that other one. This one's got a slightly ornate bracelet clasp. There you go. Now, I mean, you know, I love these sort of watches. I mean, I've been getting some wear on this. It's a very, very rare Accurist 6W50 with the dancing hands. There she goes. Do his business. And that's what dancing hands mean, and this would take me in very nicely into the next piece as well. And I'm just going to... Everything's controlled by stepper motors. 1837. Yep. And you've got a chronograph. It's all controlled by the crown, see. If you notice, the second hand moves to the top. There she goes. Round and round she goes. Now, to get the splits, you see the top right dial, you stop it, and you press that. That tells you exactly how much the splits are on the top right dial, and you let it go. And then when you press this again, it just carries on. And if you want, like, so it doesn't have like, it just basically stops and starts. Alright, and then when you want to reset it, you just hold it in, and there she goes. And she's back to normal time again. This has got 2 alarms, it's got 2 time zones, it's got a timer, countdown timer, it's got a day and date function of the year, like a month. But I just have it on time because like, I don't need to know all the rest of it. But if you did need to, like, I love this piece, it's absolutely gorgeous. But we're talking about dancing hand watches, right? And this is one of my grails. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. There's something wrong, not quite right with it. I've got to free off the chronograph pushers anyway. This is it. This is the one I've been after for such a long time. This is the Seiko 8V20. This is the father of all the dancing hands watches that Seiko and others made. It is very, very rare, especially as it's in quite good nick as well. Okay, yeah, the gold plates come off a bit on the bezel. It's got a signed clasp. Again, it's lost a bit of gold plating on it. That is not a problem. It needs adjusting, the bracelet. I'm not going to bother with it too much because the bracelet's coming off when I work on it, and I'm going to like set up and gold plate it, get the bits off and re-gold plate everything and make it a nice thick gold plate so that this is back, like, you know, to where it should be. Unfortunately, as I say, it doesn't work. There's something, the battery's good, the coils are good, there's something between the battery and the stepper motors themselves that aren't getting through, so I need to like really take this apart. But, you know, I mean, finding spares for these is incredibly hard. But, as it happens, I'm probably the one person on this planet who's probably got an absolute stash. I've got something like the best part of 13 V600s and other like versions of the dancing hands watches to call upon. So this one will be a project and I will do something with that on video. Right, we're coming to the end, near enough. Right, what else have we got here? Oh yes. Pick this up for a song. YM62 chronograph with the bracelet and everything. Right. It's Pulsar, signed Keeper. I've got a YM62. I've put it away, so stop that. So I've actually got. Oh yeah, I know where that is. But I mean, I'm going to buy another YM62 off of Cousins for this one, but with the white date wheel. And then all I've got to do then is find a dial and some hands, and we have another YM62. That's in perfect condition. There's no blemishes on it whatsoever, and it's lovely. And I've also actually got another one of these bracelets, so I've got spare links for it. Oh yes. As promised, there's the third of the Harley Ronda, no, the Harley, these were Harley ones, 375 quartz, the Montaigne. in the end, like I kept throwing good money after bad, buying like all these lights. I've seen the pictures on Cousins of these the proper battery clamps, and the ones that turned up weren't the proper battery clamps. They were missing a cutout at one end. But this is now fixed and up and running. It's a bit diminutive, it's a bit old school. It is a Montine, Swiss brand. And you think I've got 3 of those, like I've got the Corvette, this one, and the H Samuel, like, you know, for a silly price. And now I've got 3 vintage Swiss quartz watches. Absolutely perfect. As you can see, this needs working on with the old cleaning cloths and stuff, but yeah, 44. Welcome to the collection. And this is 9-carat rolled gold on the bracelet. Look at that. It's absolutely flawless. Somebody really loved this watch. So what have we got left to show? Oh no, what have we got? Oh yeah, only 2 of the things that I've been wearing. Yeah, still haven't done this. But as you can see, when it gets round to focusing, there you go. I jump out, and I dug this out because I fancied a bit of a Sky Master. And there you go. Now, out of all of this, what am I going to put on? He goes straight for the tank. There we go. Right, and get into focus, you bloody phone. Look at that. Yeah, it's old, it's beaten, it's like, you know, it's a bit mangled and everything else, but I love it. It suits my purpose. So let's take to the up view and we shall talk some more.
One eternity later.
Oh, there you go. I mean, it's been a busy day on the old videos. Like, you know, I've done a tutorial. I've done a thing about what's been going on with the car jump starter thing. Like, you know, where the phone lost everything. I'm just hoping, like, you know, if you're seeing this, then you know the phone ain't messed it up. Like on this one, like, but you know, there's a lovely gratuitous shot of the old tank there, like, you know. And I thought I'd you know, show that as well, to show it in a better light. I mean, I'm beginning to fix things, and that's the thing. I do have 2 that I need. There we go. Where are you? You're there and you're there. I need somebody, right? You know, I'm reaching out to YouTube here, like, you know. I mean, I really am, like, you know. Look in the description. Alright, you got my email address and everything else. Alright. This one here only works upside down. Like, as you can see, it's stopped. Has it stopped? And turn it upside down. No, it's actually run out of wide. When it's upside down, like when it is going, right, this is absolutely perfect. Like, it runs absolutely perfect, keeps absolutely astonishing time. I mean, it loses about 2 or 3 seconds in a day. Right, you know, this is a very rare. There's only 1,500 of these ever made, like in this particular dial and thingy format. Right, you know, and I mean, I need that looked at. I need that one, somebody to take apart and find out what's wrong with it. Alright, and I need somebody to have a go at that as well, because this holds good time when it's running, and then it just stops dead and it's bloody impossible to get going, and it's tedious. Like, you know, I mean, this is a lovely watch. It really is a lovely watch, and I see now it's started again. Right, and you think, oh, I actually had it on my wrist yesterday, like, and it went on for about 2 hours, and it just stopped dead again. And it's clean inside, it's immaculate inside. There's no outward thing. There's like, but something's stopping it from working. So I'm reaching out to the community. Like, I don't mind paying a little bit either. Like, you know, for somebody who is competent. Right, you know, I don't want like, you know, somebody thinks that they can have a go and they're just not up to the job. These are two very, very unusual watches, and you know, if you want to make a video out of them, please do, like, you know. But if you think you can do it, like, you know, I mean, I really do need somebody to come along and say, hey, look, I can make these things right. I haven't got spares for this one, but I have got tons of spares for this one. So there isn't, like, you know, like I've got. I think what's happened is the balance. I think the balance is knackered. Right. I will have. I mean, before, like, you know, that. I mean, I probably will actually dig out a good balance for it and have a go, but we shall see. Like. So there you go. Here's a plea, like. If you think that you're, you know, up to taking on a couple of very, very iconic Soviet, like on the movement in that is exactly the same as that. Like, I mean, it's a very, very common watch movement, but it's the dial, and the fact is that the dial is in such incredibly good condition. So. There she goes. See, look, she's going now. Now, if I part this up, like, set the time right and everything like that, that'll stay there, and then just keep it wound up and everything, like, you know, that will tell the correct time for days. No trouble at all. Turn it up like that. She stopped. Upside down. I have no idea what's causing that, but it is irritating. It's not doing that either. Anyway, right, I'm going to leave that, like, you know, leave that well alone. That's going into my box of doom. What was that? Oh yeah, I'm working through batteries and stuff and everything. A lot of batteries with the heat, I suppose. They've decided to expire. I've got a pounding headache for some reason. I think the neighbour across the way is starting trouble again, because the housing people came today. And she goes, oh yeah, I just checked your car's taxed. And it's like, well, why would you do that? Like, you know, it's always been taxed, it's always been MOT'd and insured, like, you know, so why would you come across and say that? Right, and then what it is because, like, the wanker across the way, right, he's his relation works for the housing association, and I got the geezer absolutely bollocked because he was using his position to, like, you know, like, to try and cause trouble for me on the behalf of his relation, like the housing bloke, like, and I knew somebody, and I got somebody in from the top level of the housing association involved, and they turned around and they forbade this housing bloke, like, he's not allowed to work or have anything to do with the housing stock over here or anything to do with me. You know, and I think, like, they thought, oh yeah, like, you know, he's probably thinking we've forgotten about it. Well, I ain't forgotten about it. I did it the nice way, because the other way is that, you know, I'll go out into the car park, like, you know, with a lump or something with a sharp, or, like, you know, stuff like that, and I'll deal with it the way that I think is the easy way, you know, and yeah, I might get a bit of time, I might get, you know, a bit of grief and whatever, right? But the fact is, I've got to stand my ground, like, you know, because I don't do no harm to these people around here, and yet they're always on my back, right? And the geezer is now walking on for thin ice. He really is walking on thin ice. And so, if you see me in the newspapers or something like that, you know, that I've, you know, I've been banged up, like, you know, and it won't be for like just a beating. I mean, I will, like, you know, I am so fed up with this constant sniping and curtain twitching, and, you know, I mean, it sets my paranoia off an absolute bugger, it does. So I mean, the geezer can't talk. I mean, his son, like, you know, is a rent boy and a drug dealer, like, and he looks down his nose at me, and it's like, I'm not saying this like out of spite or anything. I mean, he lives over there in the next town, like, you know, and he, like, we know that he sells his arse, and we know that he's a dirty drug dealer, like, you know. Fair enough, like, each to his own. I'm not causing him any grief, so we shall see where that one goes, because if it comes to it, I will make phone calls to London as well. And, you know, if I'm banged up, like, you know, that's the beginning of, like, shall we say, the problem, because I will make sure that it's not forgotten one bit until that bloke begs me to stop it on. I mean, some of you people that knew me from, like, the old days in South London when I used to get a bit, like, you know, a bit involved, like, you know, I mean, I don't do it as a joke or anything. I'm supposed to be putting this all behind me. I'm supposed to be, like, having a, like, you know, I'm supposed to be in the twilight of my life, if you know what I mean, and not getting involved with fighting and everything else, like, and these people, they don't seem to understand that, you know, that I'm not some bloke who's going to go, oh, stop picking on me or anything like that. I'm the sort of bloke who's going to be out there at 4 o'clock in the morning waiting for them to come out, or, you know, whatever, and, like, you know, I will just put them down. You know, especially if they do anything to my cats. I'll tell you something, like, you know, I'll do murder for my cats. That's something, you know, I really will do. You know, nobody touches my cats. But I would tell you what, Verity's in season at the moment, like, you know, I mean, like, she's been a dirty slap, like, trying to get, like, as many, like, cats' willies up there or whatever, like, you know. And I'm going to say to Shana, I'm saying, look, I can't cope with another kitten, you know, you're going to have to come and get her. It's not fair that, you know, like, I can't, I mean, you know, I'm having these cats foisted upon me by my daughters and that, and I'm the one that has to, like, sort them out. I'm sorry, like, you know, like, I mean, my girls are going to have to start putting their hands in their pockets for their animals, because it's not fair on them, and it's not fair on me. I'm not the bloody, like, cat's protection, unless I win the, like, you know, the lottery and that. But I mean, unless somebody gives me the winning lottery numbers, like, you know, I am not going to be winning that anytime soon. And I'll tell you what, if I won the lottery, right, this is what my intention is to be. It's either to find an island somewhere and build a cat sanctuary on it, and possibly something to help homeless people or something as well. Like, you know, or an old farm or something like that in a nice valley where it's all away from roads and people and that. Build up this nice cat colony, sanctuary, you know, perhaps help people out, like, you know, and just withdraw a bit from, like, I don't know, just play with me watches, play with me cars and Vespers and computers and all the rest of it, and just go slowly mad. Well, not slowly mad, I already am mad. I mean, go even more mad, if you know what I mean. So there we go. I think I will leave that there with you. I've got stuff coming up. I've got I've won a G10. It is basically like the Pulsar G10 was a watch made for the British Army, right? Now, after they stopped making it for the British Army, all they did was they took a thing off the dial and they took the stuff off the back, and they just carried on producing them, and then they produced a very, very rare kinetic version, and I grabbed one today for 15 quid with postage. You know, it's on a silly NATO strap and all the rest of it. I don't care about that, because I've got nice Pulsar straps and things and bracelets and that. But the fact is, it is a really, really rare kinetic, and it's all it's got is a broken stem. So all I've got to do is get my where is it? Not that one. There we are. this has got stem repair, and stem replacement sections, and I've got some really nice like military looking crowns for it, and that'll be another pulsar. So there you go. And I haven't worn a pulsar for the last quite a while, like, which is unusual for me, but like, I mean, it is over here. I have been looking at, you know. Oh, I was saying it's over here. It is over here. It better be over here. Yeah. This is my go-to one. I am a bit fed up with, like, you know, with these were made up until a very short production window, and the last ones were made in 2010, right? The black ones were made in 2000 up to 2011, but these ones 2010. Right, and I spoke to somebody where I was speaking with somebody in Seiko like corporate in Japan, and I said, like, you know, why is everybody so funny about me asking for spare parts for something that is unique, and I'm not going to find one just like that because they are so rare. And they said, well, there's nothing we could do to help you. And it's like, well, that's a bit of a bad attitude, like, you know. I mean, surely, I mean, like I said, have you got any technical drawings of what the strap should be, or the bracelet on the black one, like, you know, so then I can at least see if I can modify something. Oh no, we've got nothing on computer. Well, didn't they have computers at Seiko headquarters in 2010? It's just a really bad case of we can't be asked. We can't be bothered, and, like, you know, that's not the Seiko way, and it's not the Japanese way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually write an article about my little things with Seiko and Pulsar in Britain and in Japan. I'm going to say, and I'm going to call them out on it. I'm going to turn around and actually say what bunch of bloody, like, bad attitudes they've got. If they want to continue selling watches to people, then at least support the ones that have put in the effort and the time. I mean, I've put, like, you know, I've bought genuine Seiko parts for this, or, you know, I mean, they're not only are they getting the money that they originally paid for it, they're getting money for, like, the bits that I'm putting into it as well. And all I want is the bits that, you know, to make it so that I can say, yeah, that's in my collection. I'm really happy. Look at the size of that crown. Is that the most hilarious crown? I mean, the backside is a bit mucky. It keeps, like, it attracts dirt and muck like anything, like. But, you know, so just pick your game up, Seiko. Like, you know, if you want people to, like, keep buying your product, and at least throw a little bit of, like, you know, like a thing to, like, you know, the ones that have, like, been, like, keeping, like, the older versions who are buying the expensive movements, the expensive hands, the expensive stems and crowns and all the rest of it, and straps. Like, you know, we're all putting money into Seiko as well, so why don't you support us? And that's what I think is important, that anything that you buy, you know, of quality, that, you know, you get some sort of support out of it. And there you go. I'm going to leave that with you. I've gone on enough, like, you know, for too long. Like, I've got quite a lot of videos to be watching and all the rest of it. So I'm well pleased getting that out and all the rest of it. Like, you know, I mean, I actually have started laying out all the watches in the kitchen, like, you know, on the side. I've also been, like, building up the Wii again, so I'm trying to find out why that's not working. Right, so I can lay it all out and classify it, and then I can then, like, you know, I'm going to do is I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to be, like, use that as kind of what's it, like a video dictaphone, and I'm going to, like, you know, go, yeah, like, blah 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 blah, Pulsar YM92, and then, like, and then I can use that to then database it correctly. So there we go. Right. Anyway, oh, picture in the thing. I've got a 3D printer. Somebody messaged me, you know, on eBay. Fancy a 3D printer? 40 quid. Flash Forge Finder in yellow. 40 quid. Bish bash bosh. Okay, it doesn't come with any things like filaments and all the rest of it. Right, it's supposed to be new return. Right, 40 quid for a 3D printer. double thumbs up on that one. So expect some stuff going on there with the 3D printer. Like, you know, I'll probably end up like 3D printing a new strap for this. Like, you know, well, that'd be good, wouldn't it? If you could 3D print things like, you know, fabrics. Right, double thumbs up on everything. Like, you know. And I will catch you in the next one. And sorry if I whittled on a bit earlier, but I really am, like, you know, like, I'm fed up with all this stuff going on like, around here, these silly little people. Anyway, see you next one. Toodle Bibski.